USC O-line commit Carde Smith is going to be at this game. Coach Reed, I just want to kind of get your thoughts on this. Do you think Colorado has a chance to flip this kid? Obviously, hell of a tackle coming up.
Second time. He's already been there once, right?
Well, I think they have a chance to flip him because he's coming on an official visit. And kids typically don't come on official visits unless they're interested in schools. And it's kind of, Coach Prime says all the time, the fan blows when you're hot. When you're winning, guys are really interested in coming to your program. The recruiting has always been that way. The momentum gets to going. And if you're a program that's losing, guys typically decommit, and then you end up scrambling for guys. So I do think that they're very well positioned. And then Colorado is still a program that needs to continue to recruit and build more depth along the offense and defensive lines. So if you're a young lineman that is a super talented guy, you're going to have a chance to compete for playing time at Colorado. So I do think they're well positioned in a recruiting battle like this.
They got obviously Juju, the outstanding quarterback that's committed to SC, is a priority target for Colorado as well. And they're recruiting him like he's committed to him still. And he's committed to SC. I mean, this kid's committed to SC too. SC's struggling a little bit. Not to put you on the spot, but you think they got a chance to drop the keys in Juju's hand for the next 4 years?
I'm gonna tell you something.
I love it.
I'm gonna tell you something, man.
I either love it or I'm gonna hate it.
I think that they have a chance. I'm gonna keep it there. I do think they have a good chance, though.
Hey, I will take that because, as Coach Prime says, Coach Reed is the gospel. So, hey, it just is what it is. I love that. All right. Hey, if we could flip two kids from USC, that would be huge. Huge. You think Lincoln Riley's going to survive this Big Ten experiment?
Yeah, he'll survive it. I mean, number one, his buyout is incredibly high. And football is changing. The transfer portal and NIL has changed football. So the old guard of guys, they get upset, especially alums are always the hardest on the coach. Matt, you know that. You're an alum. You know how every alum that has ever played at any school always has something to say when the team doesn't win. It'll always be that way. But those guys don't make decisions either, right? And none of those guys is going to write a check for $80 million to bail USC out of Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley hired the right defensive coordinator. What they have to address this year, they have to go out and recruit extremely well, right? And so if they can recruit and add some pieces, you're talking about a guy that played in the college football playoffs, 4 or 5 times at Oklahoma. He knows how to play football. I know Coach Riley very, very well. I think that he's a good football coach. Everybody can't win the national championship. Everybody can't consistently be at the top of their league every year. And there's still coaches that are figuring out how to win in this new era. So I think that he will be back next year, and I think that he's going to go in and he's going to attack it because he is a super competitive guy.
All right, man, we got about 5-10 more minutes here with Coach Reed. We got to get him out of here, so let's wrap this up and get a couple more questions in.
All right, yeah, last one for me. So I wanted to talk a little recruiting with you as we continue to talk this. Jordan Seaton was asked kind of about taking a risk when he committed to Colorado, and he spoke on Travis Hunter going to Jackson State. Take a listen here, and then I'll get your take here.
Recruiting momentum right now. What's your message to those recruits out there?
To those recruits, really, you see what happens when you believe. You really just got to believe. I took a big risk coming here. Trav took a big risk at Jackson State. I feel like no risk for no reward, So don't go where it's like, everybody goes there, I feel like you should just come here, bet on yourself, and as you see, we bet on ourselves when we're starting to win some games.
Coach Reed, your thoughts on that?
Well, he's speaking for the program that he chose. It's one thing when you say it, but he did it. He was the number 1 offensive lineman in the country. Could have went anywhere in the United States of America and probably starts anywhere that he goes. But he chose to buy into the vision of Coach Sanders, and it's working out extremely well for him. It's working out extremely well for Colorado, especially for Shedeur. And so you need your best players to be the guys that are consistently recruiting for your program. So I think that he's doing a tremendous job as a player and being an ambassador for the Colorado Buffaloes.